and welcome. I'm Laurel Stewart, and here's what happened this week. The government is floating plans to build green energy plants overseas to provide the country with more reliable sources of power. But the idea is facing stiff criticism from opponents. Rees has more on the proposals.
Taiwan could look abroad for potential new sites to build green energy plants. It's a proposal by Economy Minister J.W. Guo that's been met with intense backlash. Guo is proposing that with help from the government and the American Institute of Taiwan, that private contractors could find suitable sites in neighbouring countries like Japan and the Philippines to build green energy plants and then transport that energy back to Taiwan, potentially helping Taiwan reach its target of having 30% green energy by 2030 and diversifying its energy portfolio in the face of increasing threats from China. Guo's proposal has faced a lot of criticism for being poorly thought out, as he was berated by several legislators.
看到这个讯息，哇，大家好紧张哦。
所以我可能我说话不够精准了哈，这一点我很抱歉。
那你讲是没这回事了？
不是没有这回事，
还是只有天方夜谭？
确实，我现在在想这个，然后我们还提出让专家继续来讨论，学者继续来研究，那么做这个可行性分析。
Opponents say that Guo's plan would be too expensive. He's proposing that ships and undersea cables could transport the energy from, for example, Luzon in the Philippines to Taiwan. But using the decade-long project that linked Taiwan and Penghu with undersea cables as a template, the cables to the Philippines alone would cost over $3 billion US. Opponents also suggest the project would take decades to complete, doing nothing to help Taiwan reach its 2030 green energy goals. And they're saying that Taiwan should first consider utilizing its existing nuclear plants before looking abroad. All this leading Guo to actually apologize, admitting it's all a bit out of his jurisdiction, and he's saying that he'll go away for 6 months to do his homework and come back with a more fleshed out proposal. Fu Huahong and Rees in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
A new permanent exhibit at the presidential office is spotlighting Taiwan's history of comic book art. Wesley Lewis was there to check out the display.
We're here at the presidential office in Taipei as its public gallery gears up to unveil a new permanent exhibit this weekend. And on display are Taiwanese comics. The exhibit is called Together as One with Taiwan, the Arc of Democracy. It covers everything from comic books depicting Taiwan's history to edgy contemporary graphic novels.
那我们也相信，在透过这样的努力跟介绍之外，让国人能够看到我们国家的一个漫画的一个软实力。那我们希望这个软实力，它可以再借接到不论是戏剧、电影或者是音乐这些界面上，可以让我们的文化软实力好越来越的发光。
The gallery's opening comes after last week's National Day Presidential Office light show, where Taiwan's comics featured prominently. Taiwan's comic book business has experienced several golden ages and periods of downturn, but recent government initiatives plan to give the industry a boost and to try and tap into the global market, worth tens of billions of dollars. The showcase opens to the public on October 19th and will be on display until 2028, providing visitors ample time to come immerse themselves in this colorful exhibit. Joseph Wu and Wesley Lewis in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
A man honoured as one of Taiwan's national living treasures has begun a new chapter. Yen Chen-fa made his name in the dying art of painting movie posters by hand, but now he's turning out his own original works. Sandy Chi has the story.
An iconic scene, hand-painted movie billboards at a cinema in southern Taiwan's Tainan. The artist who painted them, Yen Chen-fa, was considered the last of his kind, a master of a dying art form. Now he's officially put away his paintbrushes for the Trenmei Theatre due to disagreements with one of the owners. But for 50 years, Yen painted over 1,000 posters for films screened at the cinema, and for that, he was recognized as a national living treasure. Now he's embarking on a new artistic journey. Instead of bringing cinema posters to life with acrylic paint, Yen is creating more original work of his own. He's now working more with oils, a big departure from the movie posters with which he made his name.
电影看板就是一个需要解决啊，当然它的色彩比较 比较硬，比较干硬。啊，现在那个油画就比较软，啊软它就要泡2、3次以上才会好看呢。啊，画油画是那越多次越好看呢。
While Yan is embarking on a new artistic phase in later life, it's a bittersweet feeling for the locals who watched him paint movie posters down the years.
这个好像有看过，这个大稻埕有。哦，这个有啊，这个那个时候好像上映蛮久的，因为也是李安的作品嘛。对啊，其实就是我也是从小就待在这里了嘛，就是没事走来走去都会看到他在这里画，现在看不到，确实是就是有点不习惯啊，有点遗憾。
In October, 20 of Yan's original oil paintings went on display at a gallery in Tainan, his first solo exhibition since leaving the theatre. Among the works on display, one in particular caught the eye of a fan who was visiting from Taipei.
喜欢老师的设法像，因为我觉得就是因为人对自己都有一种就是包装，所以要画出自己，然后又很像的感觉很困难。
全部那个都灌在他那张图里面哦，那50年的差不多全部的都在那张图里面。
Now aged 71, and after decades of work that has taken a toll on his eyes, Yan faces the common ailments of getting older. But that does not stop him from doing what he loves.
做什么事都要坚持啊，一生都要坚持，都要画到眼睛看不见为止啊，眼睛看不见为止啊。
Yan Zhenfa made his name through the movies. Now his artistic career and his life have entered their third act. Time enough for a last creative outpouring, a Hollywood ending. Klein Wong and Sanny Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Weightlifter Ging Trun is encouraging donations to support disadvantaged children. It comes as part of the Olympian's new role as an ambassador for a youth foundation.
有很多，比如说服装，其实我没有穿到的，然后我就想说，看有没有人需要。然后其实还是有很多的地方是需要这样的一个帮助。
Guo says she was raised in a low-income, single-parent household and overcame these challenges through weightlifting. As the ambassador of the Puren Youth Care Foundation, she hopes to give back to similarly disadvantaged children. In Taiwan's outlying Kinmen Islands, a tunnel originally built in case of war with China now hosts an annual music festival. Cadence Quaranta reports.
A moving performance inside an old military tunnel, now the site of an annual 2-day music festival in Taiwan's outlying Kinmen Islands, just a few kilometers from China. The venue as integral to the show as the music.
我觉得音乐的特殊性就是，我也不跟你讲历史，可是你知道这里是一个坑道，这是战争的。然后，当听到音符的时候，每一个人想法不一样，那不觉得这是最美的一件事情吗？这也是最民主的一件事情。
Off the coast of China, but governed by Taiwan, Kinmen is the front line between the two sides, with China claiming sovereignty over Taiwan. When China bombarded these small islands with shells in the 1950s, this tunnel was built for boats to transport military supplies. But now, its thick granite walls serve as a natural echo chamber, creating acoustics perfect for concerts, and leaving those that witness them in awe.
当他演奏的时候，会有那种共鸣感，会鸡皮疙瘩都起来那种感觉。
然后配上那个母亲的歌，我就想到我妈，就很感动，我就流下眼泪。我觉得这个真的是很棒的地方，尤其那个音乐会穿透人的那种思想，好像会穿进灵魂那种感觉。
Though now showcased by the music festival, this old tunnel is not the only reminder of war here. Kinmen's past as a frontline battleground is still palpable across the island today, and its history brings in tourists. Several former military sites like this tunnel are now open for people to visit. But unlike the island's other sites, where tourists revisit history, music has given this tunnel a new life, selling out over 1,500 tickets for this year's festival in just 2 minutes. And for the first time, pieces were composed specifically for this festival. Performing his original poem, poet Xiang Yang emphasizes the need for peace.
在目前的国际局势当中，包括乌俄战争，包括中东，也包括中国对台湾的威胁，这都是对和平非常不利的因素。所以我的这个和平诉求当然是针对着中国。
From the confines of this wartime tunnel, a call for peace and a celebration of life, with poetry and music transforming reminders of a difficult past into a beacon for the future. Ryan Wu, Pichi Zhuang, and Keynes Quaranta for TaiwanPlus.
A Taiwanese runner has broken the world record for his age group in the world's longest run, held in New York. Running in flip-flops the whole way, Luo Wei-ming finished the 3,100-mile-long race in just over 45 days. That's about 2 marathons a day. He came in 3rd overall and broke the world record for runners over 60. Taipei Fashion Week kicked off on Thursday, highlighting some bold new international collaborations. Sandy Chi was there for the opening.
A mix of cutesy art and high fashion graced the runway on the opening night of Taipei Fashion Week, the country's biggest fashion event. The show features designs from pairings of 6 fashion designers and 6 professional digital illustrators. It's a groundbreaking collaboration, marking the first time these 2 worlds have merged in Taiwan. Bringing this collaboration to life wasn't easy. For Berlin-based Taiwanese streetwork designer #Demore, blending their edgy catalog with colorful illustrated creations posed a unique challenge.
In the beginning, for our team, we think, oh my God, this IP is just way too cute, and we are like a very, edgy and very cool, very Berlin style. But I think this is always the fun part, I think the cooperation is always about looking for the spark, looking for a conversation, looking for the conflict. In order to have a conflict, then we can actually transfer something new.
因为这是我第一次跟时装做合作，所以觉得非常有趣。因为我本身也很喜欢设计服装这一块，就很开心，就是没有想到自己的作品可以用这种方式呈现。
This collaboration aims to make high fashion more accessible to young people by combining colorful characters with modern looks. The end result seems to have impressed audiences.
What I was getting was, it was really out of the box and super creative. And there are a few pieces that I did not expect it. Like, I did not expect it would look like that. And it actually looks good on, just wear it like that. And then it was really fun.
It's a little bit controversial to the eyes because you're not used to it. It makes everything so lively. It's kind of weird, but in a good way. It's like quirky.
In addition to the designs on the runway, a special guest stole the spotlight on opening night: Olympic gold medalist Yu-ting. This year, Taipei Fashion Week invited the boxer to kick off the show, symbolizing strength and grace.
这一次能够以就是非常台湾特色的方式、风格、文化，可以去展现出台湾的文化跟力量的一种拍摄模式，我觉得是非常新鲜的体验。我觉得能够用这样的方式去介绍台湾，哇，我是相当的与有荣焉。
Though the opening event only lasted for a few hours, Taipei Fashion Week will continue until the end of October, offering creativity, culture, and innovation alongside the latest fashion trends. Devon Tai and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching Here's What Happened. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories. Finally today, we play out with some more designs from Taipei Fashion Week, including outfits made with recycled denim. I'm Laurel Stewart. Take care and see you next week.
For more stories from Taiwan, Paris, France, and around the world, please download the TaiwanPlus app.